I'm currently getting ready for the shoot today with Jesse, and there's 7 bits we're capturing, all showing a cinematic arc of like belief in yourself, leading to doubt, and then eventually coming out the other side with a new sense of self, I guess. It's the entire narrative arc. I'm doing what any normal person would do, and I'm picking my wardrobe 45 minutes before I have to get to our first location. Not ideal, but we're gonna make it happen.
I always thought that life would be just like a dream, a fantasy, you know. Oh, you know. I always thought that with success I'd find a piece of happiness, you know.
Jesse and I just got to Grand Central. He is kind of location scouting, but the big hurdle we're having right now is there are a couple of different ideas that we were planning to do, but now that we've got to the location, can't really set up a tripod here, which is an oversight on my part. Jesse had an idea of like, there's an area where you can speak into like one corner of one of like the walls, and then kind of like that telephone game with the string back in the day. I was gonna do that, maybe play my song into it to find someone else, but turns out finding someone else here who doesn't want to be bothered is a considerable challenge. And so we're just kind of game planning what to do here. The thought was to project my lyrics onto the roof or something, but I don't have a professional projector that is nearly bright enough to get onto the roof. And so we're pivoting to try to capture the idea of like, you know, people walking by and seeing the lyric, I always thought, and hopefully resonating with that. Maybe we'll do that outside, I'm not sure. We also have to capture a new version of what would have been day number 6. I had a plan of like sharing the song, which is kind of like the idea of like the song is no longer mine anymore. So I was gonna find someone to kind of give a headphone to and kind of have that moment of just like me releasing it out into the world. But again, no one really wants to be approached here, and I fully respect it. Much easier when you're in like Central Park or Washington Square Park. So we're pivoting, and I think the idea now is to capture me among the people, but kind of ignored by everyone, which is kind of how it feels like when you're releasing a song, particularly your debut single. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll do like a time lapse or something. I'm not really sure. All right, let's see what we can get. We're about to do the projection element. We just got kicked out of Grand Central after filming a quick bit, and we had an amazing time in the studio, as you just saw, and now I'm waiting for Jesse to come back with some batteries, because I didn't think that part through. It is so fucking cold, and yeah, hopefully we'll get some passers-by looking at the projection of the lyrics, and that will make it into the second of 7 videos.
Moving. Take 2 more hits and then turn it and face me and smoke facing me.
Without moving?
Sorry. You can take a few more facing that way.
Yeah.
And then I want you to do the same thing but turn towards me. Same position. Yep. Can you do it a little cooler maybe? You look like an idiot, bro.
Jesse and I just wrapped. It was pretty strenuous. This shot involved a lot of smoking. It's kind of the most anxious of all the shots. Has me smoking, I don't know, very tropey, but the lighting just is sick. I mean, just if we just do a 180 here, we got this blue light behind us, which cast on my face looks ridiculous. And then we have the bridge, as you can see in the background over there. This is at, I think it's called Coleman Skate Park. In any case, I just chain smoked 6 cigarettes and I do not smoke. My lungs are absolutely beat. I also feel like I could just run through a fucking wall right now. The shots that we captured, or at least the little clips that I saw, they look amazing. They look amazing, but I won't be running any marathons anytime soon. That I can promise you. Another week is in and we are one step closer to January 23rd, which is when I release my debut single, I Always Thought. It's strange. I feel like this past week was very productive, but I also feel like I kind of got nothing done. The goal of 1 million streams can feel so daunting at times and sometimes really debilitating. Every day it's just constantly fighting that urge to kind of quit or, you know, to give in to it. And beyond that, there's been some new challenges that have reared their ugly heads up. For example, when you submit your songs to, let's say, Spotify or Apple Music, they create an artist page for you. Now, typically how it works is you have released music and then you have access to your artist page and then you can edit everything. Now, because my plan isn't to release music for the next 5 years, I kind of need to have everything set up and ready to go for January 23rd. Now, I had to jump through so many annoying hurdles to point my song and the release to my social media accounts because they had like 2 different emails and like Spotify for Artists was just like, they made me jump through a bunch of hoops, understandably so, but it was just like kind of unnecessary. And we finally did it, and I do have access to my artist page on Spotify, so I can edit the information there. But for Apple Music, they don't have a workaround, so I actually have to wait till January 23rd to edit my artist page. I also got my first hater, which was kind of fun. Means I'm doing something right. How I dealt with it was very specific. I resisted the urge to really clap back, and you know, it takes a certain type of person to write an annoying, stupid message. And so it was just curious to read it and to be like, oh, you obviously know nothing about this project and what the intentions are, but killed with kindness. We have 14 days. 14 days until I release my debut single and the timer starts, and I have 7 days to hit the 1 million streams. Next week, I am doing something scary. If you're in New York City and you want to hear the song before it gets released, and you want to absolutely roast me, particularly if you don't like it, then I welcome you to one of the parks in Manhattan. I'll specify it on my Instagram account. I'm gonna be just setting up a little table station with some headphones, and you can listen to the song for the first time. And you have to tell me if you would replay it. If you won't replay it, I need to know why. So you have to go, and obviously for this type of content and for engagement, the meaner the better. I can take it. So yeah, for now, I appreciate you watching this. Subscribe, follow along, share it with friends. This is all about seeing what's possible when we just remove those self-limiting beliefs and the beliefs that others put on us. We're only just beginning. Guys, season 1, we're hitting 1 million streams. I'll see you next week.